So you could see what I've been working on. And yes, I did get some sleep. I absolutely got some sleep. I hope everybody's doing well. So last night I did a live, and then I did a secondary live on my quilts. I'm trying to get 4 quilts done by the weekend. We'll see if that is going to happen or if it's going to be by Monday. I'm moving stuff around so I don't trip on stuff. I have to get ready for work here shortly, but in any case, I am getting myself together. And so this is what I came up with on the fly yesterday. I had this panel, and then I showed you an hourglass trick, an hourglass block trick. Let me move this over a little bit more. And so there we go. And yes, you see some things like in here. Oops, I needed 3 blocks. If I cut this down, it was going to cut into it too much, and I was trying to keep as much of the fabric as I possibly could. Hi, Melanie. And so what I did was I took some jelly rolls, orphan strips that I had laying around. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. And I used that. So this block ended up, when I trimmed it down, to 12.5. Good morning, Marie. 12.5. And then I added these strips in here that I had. And then down, well, maybe you'll see better on the top. I'm not sure. Okay, on the top, as you could see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hourglass, but I had this weird like number in the center. Made it to my home last Saturday. Oh, I'm glad. This is beautiful. You must have been on vacation, Melanie? Not sure. I hope it wasn't anything. I made it to my home last Saturday, so I'm hoping your home is okay, or that you were on vacation. So what I did was I took the strips that I had over here, and I put 5 of them together and just kind of made that a filler. So this is going to be one of the Pass It Forwards, moved from Cali to Mississippi. Oh, okay. Congratulations on your new home then. So this is the quilt. This is going to be the first quilt for a Pass It Forward for a little girl in 1st grade. I think this is going to be the one for the little girl in 1st grade. So I have 1 down. 3 more to go. I did look in my stash, and I had one, and it was all like, I don't know. It just wasn't right. It was patriotic, and it was a little... It had teddy bears on it, but it just wasn't right. So I'm just making new ones as fast as I can. I knew you would work it out. Great work around. So I have this panel that I found in that box, that gem box. And I loved it so much. I said, oh my God, this reminds me of my son. I was going to keep it. Well, you know what? In the special drawer, it isn't. It came out of the special drawer, and we are using it. This is going to be for a boy. I can't actually be giving grades out, but anyway, so this will be for a little boy. And so that's going to be, I added yellow strap because I was going to do the same hourglass thing that I did before, and then I was like, you know what, it just doesn't go with this. So I did like bricks, you know. Let's see. I didn't see this being made. This is totally cute. Thank you. I remember the building panel. Yes. So last night when I went on a live, I started making this other quilt here. So if you catch that live on replay, you'll see how I did those hourglass blocks. It's a hack, and it was great. It made them so quick. So here I used also a hack to make these. And I put this little border on. And now this is still shy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure these, and then I'm just going to cut. So I made the border a little bit bigger so I could cut it down. And then we have this one that's going to go on the side here. Same thing, I'm going to just cut it down a smidge to make that fit. But I do have a dilemma, because when I had... Good morning, Joydy. don't forget to send me your email address. Yeah, don't forget to send me an email with your address since you won the Fabric Cafe book. So we have 3 up here, but 3 is too big. So even with taking in the sides about this much. So what I had decided I was going to do is I am going to put this little 1.5-inch strip, because this is design as we go on this board. And we're going to add that strip on either side, on both sides, not either side. It's not one or the other. On both sides, we're going to be adding a strip of this lettering. And then that should give me the width enough for the top. And so then this, if it's big enough, we're good to go. I will just quilt it as it is that size, or I will add a border to it to kind of make it a little bigger. So that's where we're at with the second one. I have a half hour before I have to get ready for work. So we're going to go and we're going to start sewing. You're going to watch this in real time. You are welcome. And just know that if I don't reply to something, but please have conversations. You could let me know how you're doing, what you're doing. And I'm going to work on this and get this second quilt going. Oh, wait, I have to say goodbye to my honey. I will be right back. He's leaving for the day. I didn't realize he was leaving this early. Bye, honey. See you later on, right? Or just let me know what's up. He's actually going away, so I will have plenty of time sewing because he will be out of town for a little bit. All right, so here we go. I am going to put this here. Hopefully you could see a little here. Congrats on the win. English or Spanish? I read, I do both. So this tutorial or this live is all in English. So what I'm going to do is I have 3 pieces and they're not quite long, 2 pieces wasn't quite long enough, so I'm adding a 3rd strip so that I have enough to add on the 2 sides of that. And here we go. Now we have 1 long strip and we're going to take this panel and I am going to be adding a strip to it. Now, of course, because I changed gears, and last night when I kind of sketched this out, I sketched it out using those hourglass blocks, and then I came up here and I'm like, no, it's not going to be an hourglass block. I came up, now I have to have different measurements. Because, it's okay. We can change our mind, right? So how are things over here? Everything, the weather's been nice. It's been a little cool at night. I have my windows closed. I'm back to wearing some of my warmer PJs. But we don't, it's not, we don't need heat on. It's just a little chill. And then during the day, it's been around, I don't know, 70s or so. It's been okay. So here we go. We're just going to put this on. And I'm just going to cut as I go, just kind of make things fit. With the other 2 quilts, one is for a much younger child, and I came across some mermaid scraps that I had in a bag with some panel pieces already cut. And so I am going to go ahead and use whatever's in that bag, supplement with whatever is in my stash, and we're going to go for there. And then for the other one, which is a much older boy, I think I'm going to go, I found some robot fabric in the box that was sent to me, and I found when I was going through my stash some robot fabric as well, different but robot, and so I'm thinking I'm going to go with the robot theme on that. It's kind of cute little robots and fill in. I really have no clue what patterns I'm using or what I'm doing. I had this one pattern out that looked super fast, and I thought I just was going to do that one, and then I realized that what I had wasn't going to work with the pattern. So hence why I'm just making it up as I go. Oops. I forgot that I had put in a bobbin in here. So we are on our, so this is theoretically, this is the second little strip border, but this is only going to be on the sides. It is not going to be on the top and bottom because that measurement already worked out. So I'm sorry, yeah, top and bottom. Yes, this is going to be on the sides. I'm sorry, this is not on the top and bottom. This is on the sides, which is going to give me more room at the top and the bottom. So you watch. My mission is that we are going to get this finished in a half hour. I am hoping. If not, I will come home on my lunch break so that I at least have my second one done. And anybody who lives in New York and is willing to drive to my house, you are welcome to come and long arm while I sew. If not, I'm just going to do really, really big meanders to get them quilted quickly. All right, so I have my other border. So just excuse me for a second. I'm going to go and iron it. And then I'm going to do the other side. I'm sorry, my ironing board is so far away. But I do it so, I don't know if you can even hear me. I do it so I have to get up and walk. So there is the sides on here. And I am going to just eyeball it. I really am. I know that I should sit there and, you know what? I have it. I can do it. Here. Here's a little trimmer. I don't know if you could see me. I have a little corner piece here. I can trim this. So it's good. So I'm just trimming these little bits before I go ahead. And the blocks are a great idea. It isn't so hot here yet. It's June. Panels are great for kids' quilts. Oh my God, they're a savior right now for me. I can't even tell you. I have a prayer panel for kid, and it has a pixel background. The blocks are doing would be good for that one. Thanks for the idea. You're welcome. Good morning, Annette. You made it. I wish I could. I think you are close to my favorite place in Maine, York Beach. Good morning. I've missed most of your morning lives because of the time zones, but now I'm closer to you. Yes, you are closer to me. Yes, you are. I think you're in Eastern time, so I think we're much closer. So here we go. My last corner. And you know what? Sometimes we don't have to be perfect with this. I mean, honestly, a kid is going to love this. He's not looking at all the perfection. So here I have that. Now I'm going to put this on the top. And let's go see where we're at. We're going to do this. And look at that. So it's still a little shy. I guess I could have made it 2 inches. Oh, well. But let's sew this. Oh, no, because I didn't take in consideration the seam allowance. So here we go. We are now going to sew these 3 right here. And then So now I have to do it this way. Okay. I make sure that the seams are nesting just because I am. And here we go. So it's interesting, when I got this box, I was definitely thinking that they were going to be kids' quilts for a different reason, right? I'm still going to make a quilt for that other reason. The reason was to send it to Janice from the right way. But then this kind of came up last minute, so now the purpose is a different purpose, but the same thing. It's going to a kid who's going to love it. I just really wanted them to have something special. So now I have my 3 here. I'm going to iron them real quick. And then I'm going to bring it over to, we are going to bring it over to the design wall. And I will bring you guys along and let's see how this fits in here. And this fits in here. Wow, that fit in there perfect. Are you kidding me? It was perfect. Okay, that makes me so happy. That's perfect. Oh goodness. So I only now have to trim from here to here. I'm going to have to trim. So now that I know I have 3 there, and I actually have to add, well, let's do the next set of 3. Yeah, the primary colors did. I actually had no clue I had this layer cake. When you go into my tubby, I have to do a tour. The honest truth is, my room is normally clean, like 90% of the time, but I'm going to tell you right now, for me, it's like a bomb's hit it and it's driving me nuts, and I don't have time to even like put things where they should go or find places where they should go, because I have been enjoying time, right? My life as it goes, and funny things like this happen and come up, and to me, it's more important that I get this to someone than it is for me to have my room really pristine. So, yeah. So when I take you on a tour, you'll see I have a bucket of 10-inch squares, and what I do is I just cut out of my scraps 10-inch squares after I'm done with the quilt, if there's any left after my after quilt. So I have another. But I found this layer cake. It was just called Primary Colors or something like that. I don't even know what it's called, but these panels and this bundle that I had, right, this layer cake I had, boy, it saved this. It made basically 2 quilts, and I still have stuff to spare. Okay, so now I'm going to take, hold on, I am going to take my big panel and one of these sides, and I'm going to come in here and see where I have to trim. So it looks like I have to trim about 1/4 inch there and about 1/4 inch here. So this is about let's see. Let's grab this. Yep, that's 1/4. And that's 1/4. Wow, that was pretty. So you know what? Before I even sew this on there, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this in half and make sure that these tops are perfectly straight, right? And I think I'm just gonna cut 1/4 inch on these 2. Yes, so I am going to crazily, oh, you know what? I'm going to put it in quarters here. Make sure. I'm going to go wild, folks. I'm breaking all the rules. I am going to, here's the spot. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the 1/4 inch on this spot right here. And you know what? I'm going to do it on this spot right here. Even my table is cluttered right now. I mean, with the fabric from this quilt. So we're going to go 1/4 inch, just shy of a 1/4 inch. Okay, here we go. One there. And right there. Okay. So now, oops, you're not even seeing me, sorry. Here we go. 1/4 inch. Take that off, and hopefully that will work. Hi, Gina. How are you? No quilt police here. I break the rules. Hi, Rita. Good morning. Congrats, Jody, on the win and the subscription and the subscriber. Delo. All right, so I cut my 1/4 inch. So now, boy, this panel has been, let me tell you, these 2 panels I got a crystals thing has been a savior for this last minute. I didn't realize a panel and a layer cake can really, 2 panels, right? 2 panels and 1 layer cake. I've used 1 layer cake and some like odds and ends from my stash. So we are going to start here and hopefully I'll be able to pin and we'll have not made too big of a mess. Here we go. Okay, so I'm pinning the ends. And is everything going to lay flat for me or did I cut too much off? Let's see. Maybe I need to cut more off. Let me see. Okay, so still got to go cutting. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to go for it on one end, and I'm just going to cut at the end. We're going to break even more rules. I love breaking rules. All right, here we go. So we're going to come here, and what's the time? I've got 7:40, but that could be wrong because I think I have my stuff set really ahead of time. So, yep, okay. We're doing good here. Got our letters. I found these letters. I think the letters were actually in that box as well. And here we go. And now the backing. I have backing coming on Friday. And so if I don't have these, oh, Friday's tomorrow. Boy. Yeah, Friday's tomorrow. I'm probably missing some of the chat. So I'll see what's in there, but I also think I may have some backing. We'll see what I have. Yeah, I needed another half. I needed another 1/4. It's going to be way off now because I didn't center it. It's all right. We're going to go with it. And now we're going to take the other side and put that on here. And we're going to start this at the bottom. And I'm not ripping anything out. We don't have time for ripping. This is one of those times that whatever happens, happens. In the real world, if I was making this for someone, I would rip it out, I would center, I would measure. But right now, it's all about the speed of things. here we go. Now we have the side. And once we have that top on, we have a quilt, a second quilt top. And then, so, which means, that means on my lunch break, I get to take out all the pieces and parts from that pile I have of mermaid fabric and figure something out. And I should show you how I did these little 4 patches, because this is another little hack idea I have. Here we go. Almost to the home stretch. And here we go. So now we have this. My sides are on. I'm going to iron this and I will be right back. So I have now this here, and then I am that in the bottom. So we're gonna, the bottom is totally straight. So we're gonna put the bottom squares on. But let's see what this looks like. So we have that. Now the bottom squares are here. And I need to add 2 more squares over here in the corner. Now part of me wants to cut a giant square of this and put them in as the cornerstones right now. But I do have all these. I have all these already made. So we're going to go with what I have made. And this one can go right, oh no, that one can't because it has brown. Here we go. This one can go right here. We'll put this one right there. And then let's see, another one. Nope, we're going to use, nope. What are my choices? We are going to go with, oh, right here. We're going to go with this one right here. We're going to put this one right there. And there we go. So I'm going to now put those 2 there. And then up here in the corner, we're needing some yellow and green. So we have that block. And then here we go. I have a red and brown, which we could put over here. And then I have this block left over, this block, and then these other blocks here. This one makes a one of those I have, and these 2 pieces. So let me go look at some, let me go look at some of these. So here we go. We left off where Gina said she caught me on a live, no quilt police. Oh, I love the little wall hanging behind you, the chicken coop. Yes, Rita, that is a Tilda free pattern. I believe it's a free pattern. A subscriber sent me that. It's super cute. I always break the rules. Yeah, it was a gift, and it's Tilda, 6:30 in Illinois, and you're an hour ahead. Yes, I am. Melanie, surprised you remember. Leanna, Leanna, those are my fave PJs. I know, I love them too. And today I'm all ducky, right? I've got to go get little one up, going on a field trip for summer camp. I'll be listening in. Melanie, have a fabulous day. Enjoy. That sounds like fun. At least to me it does. Little ones don't care about accuracy. That's what I figured. And I'm looking for it while listening to you. Oh, thank you. And what are you switching the two bottom blocks with? Wait, what about switching the two bottom blocks with each other? Which two bottom blocks? Do you know left, right? This, well, that one I can't put here because they don't have two grays. Is that what we're talking about? Let me know. Let me know what you're talking about. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you my little hack. That's what I was thinking. Which ones? Which ones am I switching? The blue gray with the white and green. If I do that, I'm going to have two grays here though. Just look. I'm going to have two grays. Do you see that? I don't know if you see that. Yeah, the two grays hit. So that's why I kind of had no choice. I had to put it over here because if not, I'm going to have the two grays make one big block. That will bother me. Yeah, didn't notice the two grays. So I showed you the hack yesterday on oh my goodness. Today, I did get sleep, I promise you, on the hourglass. And what I did was I took two 10-inch squares and I sewed a line this way and I sewed a line this way. And then I cut diagonally to make the hourglass. So today, again, I sewed the line this way and I sewed the line this way. Then what I did was I cut 5 inches in, right? This was the whole layer cake, like this. I cut it 5 inches in, opened it up, pressed it, and I got this. Then what you do is you take your two and you put the red on the top and now the red on the bottom. And I kind of come here with a pin and get where they intersect or where they nest, whatever word you want to use. And I kind of put that pin there. And then I come in and I sew. I sew on both sides again, on the outside. And then, this is how I made these blocks so fast. Just by some simple hacks I learned along the way. You probably have all seen them before. Though I had never seen that hourglass one that Bonnie Hunter put on her short. And then, so we went from this to now this. And then I cut that in half. And when you cut it in half, you get this. So that's how I made all those blocks. Super quick. It was super quick. Yes, didn't notice the grays though. Oh, I see that now. Yes. So we are now going to add, our blocks to the sides here. And we are going to go for it. Let's see. And then we're going to measure and see if it's a pretty good size. So now I have to move this way. Nope. I want mine to nest. Here it goes. Well, this is the way it's going now because they're nesting. Go across here. For not planning this out, I'm pleasantly surprised that the fabric is somewhat, I'm not getting too, there's some spots, where it's matching but I'm pleasantly surprised it's actually working out pretty good. So now theoretically I would go to my ironing station and iron this because it's just, that's just me. But we are actually going to just wing it right now. We are going to put the bottom of this quilt on. The one thing I will do is I will pin, and I am getting, well, my clock is fast. I know my clock is fast, saying it's 7:52. So I am gonna pin there and pin here, and thank goodness everything is laying. Look at this. I don't even know how I did that. If I thought about it, they probably wouldn't have even nested, but because I guess I was just going with it, it's doing it. Look at this. Whew, thank goodness. All right, so I have this. I'm gonna put on the bottom. The top, I probably will not put on live because I have to trim it and I need my space where my camera is sitting at the moment. So I will trim that little 1/4 inch and then add the top of this quilt. But you know, before I leave, I want to show you the fabric I found a baggie of. All right, so that's it. We are going to roll with this. Here we go. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. If I only had 10 more minutes, the whole top could have been done. Thank God for panels. That's all I got to say. I don't know if I would have been able to get this many quilts out. I looked through my panel pile and I didn't have any more kids panels. All I had was non-kids panels. And then there was one panel that was kitty-like, but it was in a million pieces. And then the panels that I got in that box, the alphabet panels that are great for like babies' blankets, they were also in a million pieces. And I just needed big at this moment. All right, here's our last bit. We have our bottom row on. So let's measure this and let's see where we're at. Good morning, Mirta. Buenos dias. Mrs. Zip Through Projects like a speed team. Beautiful quilts and work. Thank you. Do you have a machine at school that you can use during the day? I actually do have a machine at school, but I brought it home. So I used to do machine work while I was at my lunch break, but now I just cut fabric and do some hand work. So here we go. We have, so this is what this one will look like. And let's measure this out. Let's measure this out. So this is measuring 45, and I have to take into account some seam allowance there by 60. I think that's pretty good, 45 by 60. I mean, I could throw another border. I have more of this fabric. I could throw like a 2-inch or 3-inch border on there. I think it's a nice size. And then just for those who missed the beginning, this is the one I did last night. I did this on that other live. I was working on it. So this is the one using the hourglass and the same layer cake. So basically these two quilts were 2 panels and a layer cake and a couple little, like, you know, like this came out of my 2.5-inch strip bucket. So, I mean, I can't ask for anything better. I just super excited seeing them in action. And what's more super exciting is that I'm thinking about the child this is going to while I'm making it, and I just know they're going to love it. Like I knew that when I saw that she was going to love that, and knew this child was going to love it. And this one I do not know because she's the youngest child. And but she's super cute every time I see her. But I thought I came across, hey, didn't this have panel pieces? Wow, last night was I so sleepy and I thought I saw panel pieces in this? No, I saw panel pieces in this. Maybe I was delirious last night and I thought I saw panel pieces. I could have sworn I saw panel pieces. There's panel pieces. I know I'm not losing my mind that bad. Let's see. All right. Yes, there's panel pieces. There's got to be, because I pulled this out because I thought that would be cute. Wow. Oh, here's the robots. I found this in my stash. And then this was in that box. So that's why I'm thinking a little bit of robot, or I don't know if these may not be robots. I don't know what these are. I don't know. I was thinking maybe this might be good. Huh. That's really weird. That is really weird. Ah, here they are. I know, I was not losing it. You know, sometimes I do think. I fear for myself sometimes. So here are the panel pieces. For kids at school, yes, Gina. Yep, heartbreaking story, but I can't say anything, so I'm just doing my best. So this is one of the pieces. And I could probably, you know, put borders on these to make them bigger. So I'm going to use these little panel pieces I came across in my stash. And in this stash, I had actually made a pass it forward quilt using this. Actually are the little pieces from the big panel, because I had a big mermaid panel and I made a pass it forward a while back for it. So these are the little ones, and I have some of this and some of this, but we don't have time for like putting together teeny tiny little pieces. So this I made also a pass it forward quilt, but I must have stuck it in there. I have this, and I have anything that's little teeny tiny is just not happening this time around. But I could go ahead and take like my bigger pieces and make these blocks a little bigger, right? And then I have all these big pieces. So we may just start putting some big pieces like this mixed in with some blocked out, that I don't know if that makes sense, like bordered pieces of panels. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these large pieces. They must have been like samples. So between these 8 large pieces, this, and I will go through, and maybe I have to break it up because it's very busy fabric. So I will find some kind of solid, maybe light background fabric. And then I have this. Maybe this could be the backing of it or something. Not sure, but I found this in my stash. So that is the next quilt I will be working on. I just do not know what it's going to look like yet. These blocks measure, because I do want to know that, as I really have to leave, because according to this, it says 8:01. So just so that I know on my way out, not that you guys need to, these blocks are 6.5 by 6.5. So I'm working with 6.5-inch blocks, and I will figure something out. You know I will. You all have a wonderful day. I'm really running late. I have to go get myself ready. So you may see me on another live, part 3, you know, quilt on the fly, part 3. Look forward to that. I don't know what time that would be or when, but I know it's going to be this afternoon when I get home from work. Hubby's gone. I won't see him until tomorrow morning. So I can sew, and I don't sew past 8 o'clock because I'm tired, but I may sew in this case till like midnight. We'll see. Both are cute. Oh, those so awesome. Thank you. How much time do you have? to make the quilt go run to work now. I am. Gina, I was hoping to get this all done by tomorrow and quilted on my long arm. That's why I invited anybody who live close to me. They can come to my house. I will show them how to use the long arm and they can go for it. I don't even care what they put on there. But you all have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. Please like, subscribe. Oh yeah, please hit that like button. Subscribe, share my content out there. See you later. Bye.